Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing episode 1 of the Halo TV series, just premiered, coming to you from Paramount Plus. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? The long-awaited, and I do mean long-awaited, film adaptation of Halo has arrived on Paramount Plus as one of the, flagship titles for that streaming service. Now, Halo, of course, came out, decades ago. It's weird to say that, but decades ago. And has since garnered quite a following amongst gamers. It's one of the pillars of the Xbox platform. And generally speaking, is considered one of the greatest first-person shooters ever. And so, for years, I understand they've been trying to get this made since like the mid 2000s, and only now have we finally gotten it from Paramount. And you know what? It's got a lot. It's got a lot of heavy lifting to do. And so, did it accomplish its mission? Well, I guess to start off, Halo. This is more of a prequel to any of the games. So if you're a gamer and you're looking for the exact replication of your experience, I think maybe you came to the wrong party. But if you are coming for something that's inspired by or very much based on the lore and the background of it, that's what you're getting here. It starts off hot and heavy. Let me just say that. On a rebel planet that's having problem with the UNSC, which is, I suppose, the big government that's in the far future. It's like the 26th century, and they have rebel planets that are trying to get out from under the yoke of I guess, in their mind, of an oppressive regime, and have been subject to the deprivations of the UNSC's heavy military hand. In particular, as they call out within the first scene, the Spartans, who are basically like Superman, who have no problem with murdering, left and right and center. But these people really believe in what their independence, and they're willing to fight for it. But unfortunately, nobody seemed to tell them that, hey, there's aliens around and they want to kill all of you people too. And we start off with the daughter of the rebel general, who's called Kwan Ha, and the young lady, not the general. The general's is Jin Ha, and she's off, kind of wandering around, and then stumbles on alien's ship, and then we start seeing the slaughter commence. And what goes from there as she escapes, and then lets them know that there's an attack imminent, is basically aliens coming in and putting in work, killing people left, right, and center, which is a perfect time for Master Chief, the hero of the entire Halo series, and his group of Spartans to drop in and do some Avengers type work. And that's really what they start doing. So what you get is a very heavy CGI fest early on. You can always tell in these streaming and TV sci-fi shows that they're gonna blow their wad on one really particular and great CG scene or whatnot, and so that's what you really get here. And I mean, it makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of aliens and all that stuff. And I have to say, first, this opening part really damn good. I really enjoyed it. It's got all the action and kind of tension and everything that. I guess what you really say is it looks like when these people are being attacked, they are up against a basically unstoppable foe until these superhero, and they're up to that point they were the enemy, but these superhero type soldiers roll in and just mop them up, and it's like only four, and they destroy them, and then it sets up really kind of a couple of 2 or 3 storylines that are going. That particular attack, what's going to happen with the young lady who's the only survivor of this attack? Why does Master Chief, when he finds this alien relic, why is it reacting to him and no one else? And what do the aliens think about that? And in particular, the aliens, who are they? And we get to see, I guess someone that's up in charge and a human that apparently is helping him. And what does this have to do with, I guess, some sort of religious, I suppose, a religious war that they seem to be prosecuting here with against the humans? The hell's the UNSC up to? Because you see in the course of this episode their willingness to outright murder someone to silence them if they don't go along with the program. Because Kwan Ha, she's not interested in being a propaganda tool for the UNSC against what she considers to be other rebels, and that makes her inconvenient. So clearly, the UNSC is not exactly on the up and up, even if they are, holding the wall against these aliens. And you also go, what's going on with Master Chief? Why is he able to activate this alien relic? And in fact, why is this alien relic activating his suppressed memories? Because it appears that all the Spartans are sort of, I don't want to say created, but they are definitely made, as I understand, from young children, have memories and whatnot suppressed and all that stuff. So what is this? Why is this alien artifact reactivating those memories? And what's his role in this whole thing? It's what you expect from a first episode, to let you know what's going on, give you like a real big hook to understand, like, oh, we got to stick around for the alien fighting and whatnot, and also to hook you in with some mysteries that you need to be solved, and in particular, to give you someone to kind of latch onto as a point of view character, and that's Kwan Ha is supposed to be. I just looked at it and I was like, oh, well, I guess Master Chief's got his own baby Yoda, even though she's not a baby or a Yoda or anything like that. But definitely out of depth, probably going to get killed if he doesn't protect her, sort of person. And so these two are out on their little Mandalorian adventure, but also in the greater context of the war against the Covenant, the aliens who are having problems. So I think this show did best early on. Early on, when there's just, like I said, the action, and as it sort of slowed down and maybe got a little bogged down by having to stop and explain everything and whatever, and show all the players that we're gonna see later on that are gonna be obstacles and all that, and also to lay some of the groundwork for seeing what the doctor that created the Spartans, what's she on, what's her motive, all that stuff. It does bog down a little bit, but at the last bit, when we do see them escaping and go on their adventure, it does give me a lot of reason to come back to this. So overall, I would say it's pretty much on par with most new science fiction shows, Raised by Wolves, Mandalorian, all that. It gives you just enough. There's just enough there to be like, I'll come back and check this out. I won't say it's like it blew me away, but definitely that first like 20 minutes, that was pretty great, and that's plenty enough for me to come back to this, and I think plenty enough for anybody else to come back to it. If you're a Halo purist, maybe this isn't going to scratch your itch, but other than knowing about it, I don't know a huge amount about it, so I come into it fresh, and it's there's stuff there for you that's interesting to check out. So, but if you are a Halo purist, you know what, give it some time, because this is its own thing, and it's not necessarily going to replay word for word, scene for scene, everything you've seen in the video games, because that's not really what TV shows and movies are supposed to do. They are supposed to interpret. So, but you know what? Maybe your mileage is different on this than mine. Either way, I'm coming back for it. I think you guys should check it out, watch it, and you know what? If you have any ideas about it, or you agreed with what I had to say, get down to the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. And of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com, or at supernotfunniest1 on Twitter, and we'll chop it up. All right, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me on this episode, this review of the first episode of Halo. Come back next week. I will be reviewing the second episode. Until then, I've been Mo Pay, your resident fabricant and comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.